No. I mean, Zaya's good. Obviously, she's, she was ready to go. Probably that ankle was a little sore, playing as many minutes as she played for us, and she played hard. What we expected. So everybody else should be good to go to practice tomorrow.
And the same thing, to ask Destiny, just how tough was it to try to get the ball into Boston and Camilla, especially in the first half?
I mean, everyone knows. I think the strength of our team is getting that ball on the side and the layers and layers of bigs that we have. So you play the percentages. You try to take the ball out of the bigs' hands and not allow them to have as much involvement. And it would take pretty much an expert passer to get that ball to our post players when they're open. And that's timing, and we just don't have that right now, so we just did enough to win the basketball game.
How did you feel about the composure of your team in terms of you never trailed? I think they got it to 1 3 different times. Mm-hmm. You guys kept pushing back and stretching the lead back out.
I think when it's all said and done, especially in the second half, we went with the players that had the most experience playing on this level, and Wes did the same thing. I know Diamond Johnson didn't play a whole lot down the stretch because, she's one of the new ones. They went to the Sweet 16. They won a lot of basketball games last year, and you gotta go with the known and kind of leave the unknown and alone in these moments. So felt very comfortable with who we had on the floor, who we short benched it in the third and fourth quarters, and at this point our players know we got to win the game.
Coach, can you speak on the impact your defense had tonight? It just looked like it had kind of an intimidating factor at some points throughout the game.
I thought we came in just well prepared, especially on the offensive side of the ball. We didn't know how many points we were going to be able to score because of what they were going to do as far as sagging. So we just had to make sure that we locked down, and I thought we did a great job. I thought we did a great job in the first half of the game. If we didn't turn the ball over, we probably go into halftime with a larger lead. But that's you got experienced players. All of the players that were on the floor have logged a lot of minutes for us and a lot of games, and they're connected in that way. Our offense is probably the thing that has to continue to progress and grow.
Was there anything with the turnovers that you saw as a common trait? And for the record, you guys had none in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So you sort of
2 in the second half.
Yeah.
Just rushing. It's the first game of the season. It's an incredible environment that NC State put on. They came out and supported their team in that way. And I think we just got out of sync. We just started to muck up the defense, and our spacing was off. And I do believe they had a lot to do with that. And we just had to get to the locker room and clean it up a little bit.
Don, what is the benefit for not only your team, but for both teams to jump right into a season with a matchup like this and an environment like that?
Well, this can only help us. Help meaning South Carolina and North Carolina State. It can only help us. I think we can measure ourselves and see where we are. We played early on last year as well, and it only helped. It only helped both teams. So I'm super happy that we came in here and got a win in this hostile environment, and hopefully we can keep the crowds in it and no one's impacted by what looms around us.
Kind of a two-parter. When Henny got those 2 fouls in the first, did you want Zaya or Destiny Littleton as your backup point guard?
Give me some dice. Give me some dice. It's a crapshoot. Littleton, I call her Littleton. Littleton can do it. Zaya is probably who I prefer because she's been in those situations so many times. But I think at one point Zaya was out and Littleton was in by herself. So we just wanted to get a little bit more speed on the ball, pushing the ball up the floor, and that favors Zaya.
Would you call it a surprise that Littleton came in and played as well as she did?
No. We probably should have played her a little bit more in the second half, but we like the matchups, especially on the defensive side of the ball. She's been doing some great things as of late. I think she's committing to playing the way we need her to play. We need her to stretch the floor. We need her to take opportunities to score the basketball. And we just need her to hold serve defensively.
Was there anything about tonight that surprised you as a coach about this year's team, or was it all kind of, you saw what you expected to see?
I was a little bit surprised by probably our young players and, how they weren't able to just hold serve. Because and I say that with the greatest compliment because they've been playing so well. But I know, coming in here, it's hard to simulate in practice. You can talk about it, but when the crowd gets going, and you're not calling the right play calls, it just snowballs. Especially with someone like a young point guard like Raven. But she'll grow. All of our young players will grow. Not necessarily from playing the game, but just being around this environment.
Did the crowd environment kind of play into the fact that you did play so many of your veterans tonight, especially late?
Not necessarily crowded, the situation. I mean, they had their veterans in. The old coach told me, Coach Cheney, he said, until, the sideline down there puts in their substitutions or their end of the bench, that's when you do it. If they have them in, you're playing a game, and I thought we did that pretty good today.
What was the key to your success against Elisa Kinane tonight? It's no offensive rebounds for her, and it seemed like your players were able to get her going away from the basket and get her off her spots.
I mean, we were just committed to, we wanted her to we wanted her to work as hard as she could. If she's going to score on us, and she does a great job at doing that, we just wanted to contest and make it hard for her to come from high to low on the block to just crowding her space and making it hard. Like, we came into the game saying, okay, Camilla, you're probably going to use your length and play behind her. All right, Aaliyah, you're going to try to front her, just give her different looks. And it's really only one of her and like 4 of us. So we just tried to wear her down.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.